Hello Internet, this is Sonic Suns, and it's May 30th, 2007, and I'm going to talk about Pirates of the Caribbean, all three movies. That's Curse of the Black Pearl, Dead Man's Chest, and finally At World's End. And I have to say, I have mixed feelings about these films. On the one hand, there's some great piratey action. There's some high-flying adventure stuff. Jack Sparrow, I must say, invented a great character all of his own. He's, just unpredictable. Skilled, kind of crazy, makes, some jokes, and has some swordplay skills, and it works into something very entertaining. And the other characters are also pretty well done. The problem with all three movies, I just saw the third one last night, in case you're wondering, is they don't quite make sense. I don't want to spoil anything, and if I was in spoiler mode, I'd go on for about 45 minutes going through all the plot holes, because that's actually what I did last night. I sat down and came like, wait a minute, but what about... The movies all lack a certain coherency. I think Dead Man's Chest, number 2, is probably the worst in this regard, partially because of being in the middle. It's even harder to get coherency where there isn't, a big finale to have. But in all of them, the plot kind of goes from here to there, and you're left wondering exactly how everyone feels about each other. Particularly as things get more complicated. The first one wasn't all that hard to understand. I have a few questions of myself, which I think are pretty major, but I'll leave those out because they're spoilers. The second one just gets kind of weird, and then it turns out practically everything that happens in number 2 is worthless to the plot of number 3. Spend all the time doing some stuff which doesn't end up being of any use to anybody. Kind of. But it doesn't feel coherent. And then in number 3, there's all sorts of little twists and people changing sides and stuff. And, I'm not alone on this. I've read a lot of reviewers that are like, I couldn't quite follow it. Undoubtedly, there were, particularly number 3, a lot of big action scenes, crazy special effects, though at a certain point that kind of loses its luster without plot to really hold it up, you know what I mean? Like if this came out 10 years ago, these kind of special effects, it'd be, a 4-star movie just on the basis of those effects. Nowadays, everything has awesome special effects. I don't think there's such a thing as bad special effects anymore. You either have awesome special effects, or you have no special effects at all. Because it's the Lord of the Rings, and there's been The Matrix, and there's been... Anyway. So, I can see how people would really love these movies. I can see how some friends of mine just say it was amazing. A particular friend who hated the first 2 and loved the third one. So maybe you should see the third one, if you've seen the first 2 and you didn't like them. But don't expect it to be less confusing. You're just going to have to go with it and forget about slight plot holes that seem to be there, things that don't make sense, and just have fun with the piratey stuff. If you can go at it with that attitude, then you'll really love the third movie, and if you love that attitude, you probably love the first 2. As for me, I guess it was worth watching. Let's say 3 stars, but it doesn't really work. Simply because the plot doesn't quite fit together. But, yeah, that's my opinion on it. Pirate movies, okay. I just wish that they would make everything make sense, because then I would really love it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks.